down in my city. Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down in my city. Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city. Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So I want to just thank everybody. As always, I start off with gratitude. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that's, sharing my post, showing love. But one thing that I really, really need from you guys, I need subscribers. I need your subscription. So if you're watching this now and you're not subscribed, please go to YouTube and subscribe for me. Tell your friends, your cousins, your aunts, and your uncles and your neighbors. Go ahead and subscribe for me, man. I need to get these numbers up. And, I appreciate you guys doing that for me. Also, you're going to see these around the neighborhood all through Southwest Detroit, the West Side, all through Downriver. I've been to barbershop, stores everywhere. We're having another expungement fair May 20th at the DHDC 1211 Trumbull. And we're going to be having two of them this year because we threw the first one last year and it was an absolute success. But we had to turn people away because there was so many people. There was hundreds of people that came. So this time we will be prepared for that capacity. So go to your local party stores, bars, anywhere. We let flyers. We got posters. If you see this, come take advantage of the opportunity. They're expunging felonies. They're expunging any misdemeanors. And if you have one DUI, they'll also expunge that. But any felony cases that carry a life sentence cannot be expunged. Any criminal sexual conduct cases cannot be expunged. And if you have more than one DUI case, it cannot be expunged. So everything outside of that, everything is going to be free. We're going to have notaries there. We're going to have attorneys there. So even if you're not sure if you qualify or not, I would go there because they're going to give you advice that they would usually charge you for. So again, May 20th, 1211 Trumbull, come through, get that expungement taken care of. Definitely proud of my team. I've been put in a position of leadership at the DHDC. I'm currently the outreach coordinator, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I got an awesome team, and we're putting in work. So shout out to them, and much love to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a good, safe weekend. For the first time, Saturday, Sunday, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything, and I loved every minute of it because I'm always on the run, always on the go. It's a text, it's an email, it's an event. I'm here, I'm there. But Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, I didn't do anything, and it felt so good. But anyways, enough about me and everything else I got going on. But we got my guy who I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine. This is my man, Mark Riley. What's up with you, brother?
Big dog?
Man, welcome to the El Nino Podcast, man. I love having you here at the studio, bro.
Finally here.
Yeah, my guy, man. So tell them a little bit about yourself, man. Who you are, where you're from, what it is, and what it ain't.
Oh, there's a lot of that. I grew born and raised in Ecorse.
Ecorse?
I moved away for a little bit, but it's funny. Somebody was like, I heard you're gonna be on a lot of your things. What you gonna talk about classics? Like, and they started laughing at me. I'm like, bitch, you don't know my story.
Yeah.
I mean, we all got a story, dude. I mean,
they had to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
My life now is far from what my life used to be.
Yeah. No doubt about it. I was shocked, you know what I'm saying? But I was happy at the same time because you were doing well for yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, coming home after 17 years, and it wasn't all the same. It was very sad to see a lot of people because a lot of people that I seen, were, drug addicts, addicted to pills, drugs, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people had passed away. Like it was really sad.
Life beating them up.
Yeah. Life kicks people's asses, man. And a lot of people turn to some type of scapegoat to get away from their pain and suffering and, turn to drugs. And it's just an ugly sight to see, man. People that I love and care about, people I grew up with, people who I knew, and I came home and, I've had to separate myself from a lot of that stuff, in order for me to be able to be successful because, that shit is heavy, bro. You know what I mean?
Separate myself, I wouldn't be here today.
No, absolutely. It's necessary for sure because, if you accept people in your life and all the baggage that comes with it, you know what I mean? It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be hard for you because their problems become your problems.
Fabulous. I miss the old Mike Lowry. Old Mike Lowry's dead, bro. I'd be dead if it was still old Mike Lowry.
You ain't bullshit, boy. We got some stories.
Dude, I can't. No. Dude, I got kids. My son don't even know my story.
Damn, they'll be looking at you different, like for real. Let me tell you about old Mark Lowry over here.
I mean, shit. I was at the courtroom every day before you went in.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, shit. I remember sleeping on your couch with 12 gauge on the side of me, patting on the motherfucker.
I already know, man. That was the life we lived, bro. It was crazy. I know a lot of people talk about these kids today as crazy. I'm like, shit. We was crazy as kids too. We was doing wild.
We just shit. Don't. I mean, kids now they just.
I think it's just a shift in morality standards.
At least we had some morals about ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. We always had, some type of standard of respect.
If you with your mind, you got to pass or something. These kids nowadays, they
gonna kill you and your mind.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough out there, bro. You know what I mean? And then with me and my ceasefire team working down there in Greektown, a lot of my family, my friends, my loved ones, they're concerned about it. Even my family was like, we're not even comfortable with you down there. And we're regular citizens, bro. We don't got no bulletproof vests. We ain't got no guns. We ain't got shit. We ain't the police, dog. You know what I'm saying? We out there mediating between community and law enforcement because there's such a huge disconnect between the two. So we mediate, you know what I mean? And the ceasefire team, each member was handpicked, as people with respect and influence in their respective communities, So it's everybody can't do what we do.
They need to clear that shit up down there. That shit in Greektown used to be the spot, but man, fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
I was down there one time and they was like, pat, 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 pat. I said, fuck that.
It ain't the 4th of July, nigga, so I got to get the fuck on.
Shit.
I already know,
I got babies.
Yeah. So, what kind of student were you in school, man?
I was horrible in school. Which school?
Did you graduate?
No, I got a GED. Good enough, brother. Man, I went from Ecorse to Rouge. No, I went to Ecorse to Marcron. I kicked out of Marcron, but went to Rouge.
That's what Ron went to. Ron went to Mount Carmel, didn't he?
Me, Uncle Ron.
Yeah, good basketball playing ass.
Ron went to Trenton.
Oh, did he go to Trenton?
Yeah, Ron went to Trenton.
Okay. That's how he knew all them people out there.
Yeah, that's how I got the plug out there.
Hell yeah, he did. He was able to expand his wings, you know what I mean?
Randy went to Riverview.
Oh, okay. All right.
I go to dirty ass Igor's.
Shit, I went to straight River Rouge, boy. You
went
hear
there
me?
too.
The old one.
Oh, boy.
The old boy. It ain't even there no more.
Same with Igor's. See what ain't there. The bell there.
Man, I dropped out of school in 9th grade, bro. Man, once I started thugging, I joined a gang. I started making money, hustling, selling weed and shit. I was like, man, go to school for what? You know? And then it was like every time I went to school, I got into a fight, I get kicked out. They'll suspend me for 10 days. I'll come back. And the day I get back, they're suspending me again. I'm like, there ain't even no sense of me even coming to school anymore for this shit. So I went full time, just turned to the streets, bro. And then, you know, and everything else that came with that.
Pops picking me up from jail every fucking weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's from when I was like 15, 14.
And that's what's crazy is because you would think that somebody who grew up with both parents, you know, so you got influence from mother and
got no
father.
excuse.
And you know, we was still fooling. We was still wilding.
I loved it.
We took your parents' vehicles and
That's
had a
it.
fun time and tore some shit up. You know what I mean?
Dude, I had a problem. Like, I really loved it.
I know, bro.
And I mean, I'm glad I'm allowed to tell it.
Yeah, you better be glad your kids ain't doing the same shit you was doing. They watching TV like,
Dude,
oh
my
my
son-
God, Dad did that shit.
My son's a straight suburb kid, man. We went to Delray. We was in Delray.
Oh, you ain't taking
And he over there locking the doors. I said, where you at? I said, we here. Get the fuck out.
Hell no, that's the trenches right there, boy.
Shit. But I used to walk through Delray like 13, 14 years old. And walking through there, fucking seeing Mike G and all them riding his bike and shit down there.
Yeah, I remember them brothers, man. Yeah, we got access to the Del Rey Center, the DHDC, and that's where I hold my community healing circles at.
Nice.
And you know, the place is great for what we're doing, but the shit you got to go through and see to get there is like, damn, like where they got me at? Like, am I being set up? You know what I mean? But
they sold all them houses out there.
Well, I mean, on a portion of it, whatever portion of Del Rey they needed to build on,
Yeah.
but everybody else they just totally disregarded because it wasn't no use to them. You know what I mean? So there are still small communities with houses over there, you know, but I mean, ultimately, you know, everything over there just, you know, it looks dilapidated, bro, you know, and it would make anybody uncomfortable that's not from the community or is not aware of what Del Rey is or what it's looked like or anything like that. People would come by and be disturbed about it, you know what I'm saying? And for us and for our people, it's like it's normal everyday, you know, environment. You know, we accustomed to pollution and polluted water and, you know, our streets being decrepit and houses being abandoned and lots being empty and poverty and all that good shit. I mean, you know, that's where we come from, becomes normal. But when you look at it, you're like, damn, bro, like that's a savage ass life. Like who built that system? You know?
100%, dude. That shit is crazy, dude. Like, growing up in that neighborhood is just, we here now.
I'm glad you didn't get caught up in drugs, man. A lot of people I know, man, they got caught up with the pills and you know, the heroin.
I sold a bunch
and all
of pills.
that shit.
Boy, there was times I sell 300-400 pills a day.
No wonder it
people
looks
that
like
worked-
zombie land out here.
I mean, yeah.
No, it's the hustle. I ain't knocking no.
Even when I sold crack,
you know?
I sell to the same people, dude, and they had a kid. The kid was dirty as shit one day, and I'm like, look, you feed that little motherfucker and now come back. They come back looking like fucking raccoons, fingers all burnt, lighters all over. But they called me 45 minutes later, little motherfuckers with diaper chains with some Cheerios eating on the couch.
Oh man, that shit's rough, dog. I tell you what, I try to stay away from hard drugs. You know, my family always taught me. You know, we sold weed, we sold cocaine. Them were social drugs, party drugs.
Yeah.
But once you got off into like crack and heroin, like that was a whole nother monster. You know, I think I sat in a crack house for about 30 days of my life, and it was like the worst experience I ever had in my history of hustling.
When I started,
you know what I'm saying? It was the nastiest, dirtiest, ugliest. You know what I'm saying? I literally was sitting in a trap house, had one of my cousins drop me off McDonald's once a day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about it was just wild, bro. You know, even the money comes nasty, dirty, they give
now you get
change
fives
and shit, and
and,
I'm like,
dollars
dog,
and tens.
This ain't no hustle, dog. This is
You got shoe boxes full of dollars, fives, and tens.
I said, man, I never want to go to that shit. But I also never wanted to be responsible for contributing to the downfall of other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to come up at the expense of their, suffering, because I just, I had morality. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. I didn't have nothing.
I ain't trying to judge you. I don't want you to feel bad. I'm just saying that, for me, bro, I mean, I knew a lot of people who sold dope, bro.
But crack, going from coke to crack is totally different, bro. That's totally different clientele, totally different atmosphere, totally different everything. Grimy motherfuckers that you got to look behind your back every 2 seconds.
And they lie to you, and they talk crazy, and they don't shut up.
Motherfuckers want to bring you DVDs, and
man, you ain't bullshitting. Man, I had a family member. He stole a TV from a family member and then tried to sell it to me. I said, man, ain't this shit crazy? I had to buy it back from him to give it back to my cousin. This shit wild. Yeah, but
But just the whole drug game in general, dude.
I mean, bro, I when I was in prison, bro, I met people who, and young dudes, bro, they used to sell dope to their parents. Mom, dad, uncles, aunts. And I said, you know what? No wonder young people don't have respect for older people, because if you're selling your mother, your father, the adults in your environment drugs, then you look at them like they beneath you. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You look at them like, oh man, they're drug addicts. You don't have no respect for them. You look at them like they're the bottom of the barrel. So then they start to look at all adults like that.
Yeah. I just hope I pay for all my karma. I done been through the shit storms and back, dog.
Man, I used to pray for that all the time, because, I was always taught that the sins of the fathers are passed on to the sons. And I always said, I know I did a lot of bad shit in my life. And like I said, it wasn't all because I was a bad person. It was just, being a product of my environment, bro. We had to rob people, shoot people, cocktail bomb house. I mean, my house was cocktail bomb. My house got shot up. My house got raided by the ATF and Drano, and you know what I'm saying?
I had a big upside down family sign in front of my house getting shot up.
Nigga, I used to spray paint my own house and garage and sidewalk in my room, and everything. My mom's like, "What, are you crazy?" I'm like, shit, I'm in it to win it, baby. You know what I'm saying? I wanted everybody in the community to know I'm not discriminating. I'll tag my own shit up. You know what I mean?
But now looking back at myself, I can never be that dude. The older I get, the more I'm at peace with myself. Back then, I loved that shit, bro. Like, like there was something wrong with me. I love that shit, bro.
I remember you used to have that Impala too, man. You had that nice Impala,
bro. When we worked that, me, you, and Ron, and we went up to that. We were making them car seats.
Oh yeah,
that big old Ron. Ron, we smoked out. Go to your house. We smoked out. But we didn't even make it to work, dog. Fuck it.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. That's crazy. That was way on the east side, west side.
What was that, Davidson or some shit?
I forgot to show everybody my little gift bag. What? My dog Mark came through for me. What? I got me a sweet ass Classics hat. Let me see what else is in the goodie bag. Love my hats. Okay. Woo! Got me a killer ass t-shirt, Classics t-shirt. Hell yeah, this boy's sweet too, bro. Check it out. Classics breaking bread with me, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
And you got the hoodie.
And I got the hoodie. Can't beat that, baby. Gave me a whole little wardrobe just now. Shit.
You know how we do, baby.
Man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Much love to you, bro. And I'll tell you what, man. For a year straight, when I came home, a year straight, Mark cut my hair for free. Every week. I tried to pay him 10 different times, 10 different ways. He would not do it. And I respected that. I appreciated it, bro. I thank you. And the only thing fucked up the momentum was the pandemic. By the time the pandemic was over, like, nigga, I'm going to need them $35. I was like, God damn, no, I'm bullshitting.
But that's been my life the last 10 years. Yeah, I've done my little, but I just throwing that equipment out. I'm like, dude, that just made me think I'm fucking retired from the game, bro. I'm throwing fades out, baby.
Man, I know so many people that done folded up shop, bro, because it's like, It's overloaded in Michigan. Everybody's got trees, bro.
$1,000 a pound. Bro. What you gonna do with that?
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I seen it coming from dude. I was taking to North Carolina getting $3,600 a pound, and then it went. Then even around here, I was 26, 24. I can make money off 26, 24. $1,000. Now motherfuckers give me 800. Shit, DTE 800.
Yeah, who you gonna sell it to? You know what I'm saying? Shit, everybody's aunt, uncle, cousin, and neighbor growing that shit and got that shit.
I was doing that shit
and
before it was illegal.
Dispensaries are killing everybody, you know. But
dude, one of my clients said that dispensaries are paying $600 a pound.
Yeah, wow. I'll tell you what, the thing that keeps me alive is the loyalty, you know, the relationships that I have with people who just genuinely got love for me, support me, love what I'm doing, love to stay connected to me. And even though they can go anywhere and everywhere else, but it's always not going to be it's not going to be the same experience. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, anytime I'm around people, I always want people to feel loved. I want them to feel cared about. I want them to feel important. You know what I'm saying? And I treat people just like that. And you know, just treating people like that, you know, is priceless. You know, who doesn't want to be treated with love and respect, bro?
That's it.
You know, everybody don't want to be treated like clientele, like I'm just a customer, like I'm just a paycheck. You know what I mean?
That's all. I've been cutting the same people for years, but I don't view them like my clients. I view them like, dude, there's Joe, there's this. You know, I know the stories, and I've cut through their kids, their grandkids.
Bro, you could run a podcast right out your barbershop, because I can't imagine how many stories you've heard. I know as soon as somebody sits in
the barbershop is where it's at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could sit there and cut a hair and hear a person's whole life. If you've been cutting a person's hair for a year, 5 years, or 10 years, you pretty much know their whole life, you know?
Because I've been to graduation parties, funerals, like, dude, I mean, we all people, dude. I mean...
But tell me this, though. How did you start cutting hair? I ain't never seen you cut nobody's hair a day in my life. I come home and you just full blown. I
didn't go to barber school until like 2003 when Gage was born.
Oh shit! I went to prison in 2002. So after I went, you said, "Fuck this shit. Let me get my shit together." Huh?
Well, yeah, I tried to get it together. I was still being stupid.
Yeah, hell yeah, I already know.
Shit. And then...
That's that straddling the fence shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
straddling the fence, but it almost came out to bite me, you know. Last time I even sold coke, that month, me and another person you know, we ran to about 15 keys.
Damn, that's a lot, bro.
And...
that's going to get a lot of attention.
It got a lot of attention.
Hell yeah, it's a lot of noses.
So my ass went to North Carolina and got the fuck out. That my life was falling apart, dog. I let the money go over everything.
Yeah. And that's sad, because I always believe that man makes the money, money don't make the man. And sometimes money will consume you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'll change you. It'll take over, you know, if you don't know how to control it.
And yeah, just, dude, now that you get the money, you got 10 motherfuckers and trying to stab your back.
Everybody
right behind you.
Yeah, and it be your own people.
It be your own people. That's why my circle like this now, dog.
Yeah, I mean, my whole life, bro. That's all. That's the only people that ever hurt me was my family, my friends, my love. The only ones ever lied to me, disappointed me, betrayed me, did me bold, wrong, lied, set me up, snitch. Everything has always been my own people, bro.
But I moved to North Carolina for like four years. Gage lived with me for about a year there. And I was cutting down there, and it's just slow life there, bro. I met some cool ass people, but it's slow as shit.
They get a haircut once a month. We at this bitch once a week.
I had to drive like 45, 50 minutes to the hood to cut hair. Mm-hmm. Dude, I worked in an all black barbershop, like all black. I was the first white motherfucker to even me up in there.
Okay.
And then
was you able to hang? Was you able to get shit or what?
Dude, the first day this lady was little kid got in my chair, and the lady was like, "Ain't no white motherfucker cutting my kid's hair, this and that." I say, "Fuck him." And I just sat there, and then she was like, "You want to cut my kid's hair?" After she seen me cutting. Yeah. And I'm like, "No, man, fuck it." But it ended up being one of my best clients. You know I ain't like that, dog. Yeah, but I'll prove point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's crazy how people would judge you just because, you know what I'm saying? And then they think because you white, you don't know how to cut black people's hair. You know, but you know, sometimes I got to show you better than I can tell you. You know,
That's it. I worked in an old beat up country backwoods barbershop. All they did was flat tops. The grandma got a flat top. The uncle got a flat top. Everyone got a flat top. But I know I do flat tops now.
hell no, that's crazy as hell, bro. How could you explore or expand as a barber when you just doing the same old thing?
But I get people to come in and, you know, start working here because Michigan's so bad right now. Like, no one got to go to school, bro. You can just mimic someone and go straight to a shop now. And they're like, you guys use scissors good? I'm like, you mean shears? Or, you know, barber side, they be like, what's that blue stuff? And they sitting there, they cut hair for 2 years, but they don't even know what barber side is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Shit, it's a lot of guys I know learned how to cut hair while they were in prison. You know what I'm saying? And they had to use mustache trimmers and shit. They ain't even have we had our barbers. We had a barbershop in the prison, but you know, you had to get on a call out. You had to wait. Like the homies, I'll go to them because, hey, bro, I need a cut right now. You know what I'm saying? $1-2, give them some soaps and some soups, and I'm on and popping. And they'll butter you up with some old mustache trimmers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you sweet as hell.
I bet that's the job.
Shit, Jimmy the Barber, bro. Jimmy the Barber, he been cutting my hair since we were in prison, bro. We was at Newberry, and fuck, bro, I used to sit in the bathroom, guys taking showers on one side, guys taking the shit on the other side, and I'm just in the middle getting a haircut, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's why I always tell, you know, when I talk to the youth and shit, I'm like, bro, that going to prison is not sweet. That ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit there in the middle. You got to sit next to a guy taking his shit. You got to look at another guy taking his shit like that. That ain't what it, you know, that ain't life, bro. I mean, it's a life, but it ain't the life for me, and it ain't the life that you want.
Life is finding your purpose and being happy with it and just living the rest of your days doing what you love.
Mm-hmm. So when did you have a kid, bro? Like when did you have your first? You had your son.
I had my son. I was 25 when I had my son.
Okay.
Then I thought he would be in it. Years later, here come Ruby. You know, and she 8 now. So
yeah, I'll tell you what, bro. You're a good dad, bro. Every time I see you, you're with your kids. You're doing something with your kids.
That's
I
it.
seen the recent trip that you just took with your son.
Yeah, we went out there. Arizona.
That's little Mark right there, bro. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Everything you teach him, everything you invest into him and pour into him, he's going to become, bro. And it's the same thing with negativity and positivity, bro. If you teach them negativity, they're going to come out that way. Kids are like sponges, bro. They soak up everything, whether it's right or wrong. And in their eyes, my mother, my father, they can't be wrong. You know, everything they taught me, that's what my mom taught me. That's what my dad taught me. That's what they told me. They said this is how it goes, no matter if it's right or wrong. So we all have a responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to be an example of growth, you know, of maturity, of change, of responsibility, of, you know, learning how to prioritize and teaching them, you know, about, you know, business and teaching them about education and the value of family and, you know, even three words like
really
please, thank
matter.
you, and excuse me. You know,
Hold the door open for someone.
Yeah.
That's one thing I say to my son, man. I mean, I ain't got to tell him nothing no more. He grown now, but he'll hold that door open and, you know, I sheltered him. Like, when he was young, you know, we got raided. He's in his diapers and his room's getting tore apart. But, you know, luckily he had a mama that kicked me to the curb. It was like, she did what she had to do.
You can have this Mickey Mouse shit, huh?
She liked the money, but she didn't like the what came with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's a lot of women that do that, though. It's a lot of women who they eat with their eyes. They see a guy, he got gold, he got a nice car, he making money, he got shit, and they fall in love with that. Have your baby, everything. But you know, eventually shit goes south, you know what I mean? And then what? Now you want to jump ship. Now you don't want no parts of it. But when we was at Southland and Fairlane and you shopping online good and everything good, but when shit goes sour, now all of a sudden I'm a piece of shit. I'm just a drug dealer.
I'm too hood. Why do you talk like that? This or that. Like,
I'm like, man, that shit crazy.
But
that shit'll teach you, man, the difference between circumstantial love and unconditional love, bro.
We still cool to this day, though. We come together for our son.
That's good. That's good.
At the end of the day, that's the only thing that really matters. That's why I do everything I do is for my kids.
I mean, life is a learning experience, man. Life is going to be your best teacher, bro.
That's it.
You know, who you were then, you are not today. And who she was then is not who she is
I've lost
today.
3 or 4 lives, but I tell you what, I'm 44 now, and I'm loving this life. I'm going to have a better life here soon. I just keep on pushing. Keep on climbing that ladder.
No doubt about it, bro. So, how long have you owned your shop, and what motivated you to do that? Was you just cutting hair on the side, just making a couple dollars here and there? Or
I was in North Carolina, then I had Gage, and then I kind of lost him in court, so I moved back, and just to be closer with him and stuff. And you know, I was with Rube. Rube was like, "You need to open up a shop, this and that." I'm like, you know, I was working over at Fabulous. I would cut ahead, come out the back door, come back about $3-4 grand, you know, weed money and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But 2000,
Fabs?
Fabulous Hair and Nails. So me and my business partner Javi, we both worked there.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
And then
we find out you was working at Fantastic Sam's, nigga,
Hey,
or Bo Ricks or something.
Our place used to be
Fantastic Sam's back in the day. I swear to God, I was like, damn.
So 2013, we opened up Classics Barbershop.
Okay, that's sweet.
10 years now, we still there.
I see you just gave the place a facelift.
Just gave it a facelift.
Man, it looks sweet in there,
we
bro.
getting there, man. We're blessed, man. We're busy. Our guys got their shit together. You know, I don't have to be up on them. They love to make money. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys, bro.
No, that's dope, because it's not always easy to find, you know, good help, good workers, people
want it, but they don't want to put the dedication to it. Like, it's just going to come to them. No, you got to
people want to show up when they want to and when they feel like it and all that. Like,
those are the ones that don't make it.
I tell my team, I'm a reflection of you, you're a reflection of me. We in this shit together. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I understand that life can be overwhelming. Everybody has bad days. Shit happens. I understand. But ultimately, we need to have effective communication. You know what I'm saying? And we need to always communicate with each other. And that's how we're going to build our bond, our relationship, and we're going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
These group of guys I've been working with now, I mean, everyone there probably been about 5 years. Sammy's been there about 6-7 years. But, dude, Sammy started out young. Now Sammy got about 10 whips. I mean, you got a family.
No doubt. That's sweet,
everyone
bro.
got something, you know. But that's
you
hard
don't
work.
even have to sell drugs to get this shit, bro. Because that's how I used to think. I used to feel like the only way I was ever going to be able to have anything was selling drugs.
But that's not true, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I know it now.
Yeah,
shit, I got more now than I ever had, and I don't even sell no drugs. You know,
and I ain't got to look behind my back.
None of that. And then everything
I sleep
got,
good at night.
they can't take from me, bro.
Nope.
I got check stuff. I got proof of all my finances. You know what I mean? Before,
I mean, I still owe the IRS, but we gonna be paid by the second.
You better pay that state, that city, that Fed tax. You know what I'm saying?
I'm totally legal now.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, I just got a bonus at work. You hear me? And, man, I'm looking at all the tax that they took out. I said, shit, Uncle Sam ain't playing no games. I said, man, I don't even know what this shit is called, what it's for, what it goes to, or nothing. But you know what? Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
Come on with the come on, because at a point like this, man, it's hard on the yard, baby, and every little bit helps.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how's fatherhood, man? Like, you got your son, he's older, your daughter's younger. I know she be giving you hell, you know what I'm saying?
She is a mini me, dude. And she's totally she's opposite from my brother, but she is a mini me. She loves shits that goes fast, fucking loud engines, and she says she's a tomboy. She ain't a little girl, she's a tomboy.
Okay, yeah. Well, she spent a lot of time with her dad, and she be at that barbershop. Has she ever been interested in, like, cutting hair or inquiring?
She said she's going to do nails like her mom, but we'll see. But, yeah, she's my little riding buddy in the summer.
You need to incorporate that. You got the space for it, bro. You could have somebody in there doing nails, bro, and making more money and getting more clientele, bro.
I know. I mean, there's so many things right now. Like, especially around this time, it's my busy time. I got a bunch of motorcycles coming in the garage because I'm trying to open my own motorcycle shop. it just, man, I'm steadily trying to push myself.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I understand. I'm the same way, but money, you know what I'm saying? Money is always like the biggest obstacle.
Money's always the biggest obstacle.
All my ideas, I could have the most wonderful, most creative ideas and plans. But if you ain't got the money, you know how they say, no money, no funny, bro.
I know. Gage was like, Dad, we need to do real estate. I'm like, where we gonna get this money at? He said, we just go to the bank. You know, he's been so sheltered. But I'm like, son, you know, you got to do this.
And you know, that's what I was thinking about the other day, man. I don't know why, but I was just cruising down on my way to work, and I was thinking like Google, like everybody goes to Google for everything.
Everything.
You know, I remember like me and my daughter, we would have our little disputes about shit. And she'll be like, well, Dad, I looked it up and Google said this and Google. I said, I don't care about no damn Google. I'm your dad. I'm telling you this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I said, damn, Google replaced parents.
Hell yeah,
you know
they
what
did.
I'm saying? Like when the parents are at work or whatever they're doing, you know, when they don't have time to be there and teach their kids and raise their kids and stuff like that. Kids are going to learn from one source or another. And Google has been their source of all information. They believe that anything and everything that Google says is real, is reality,
Google,
is the truth.
TikTok, all that.
And it's sad because it's taken the power away from the parents, you know.
Oh yeah.
Where kids don't even want to hear what you got to say because if Google says it, then that's what's right. You know what I mean?
My daughter be like, Dad, you old. Dude, but yeah, you right. Google's everything. I know Javi, my business partner, that motherfucker Google everything, dog.
I know, and I never really got into it until recently. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, bro, just look it up on Google, and I'm like, man, I'm not getting off into that shit. I'll figure it out. But now I'm like, Google, what does this mean? What does that mean?
That's my problem is, you know, being computer savvy, you know, doing. I'm like, man, fuck that. Even now I got my, I do all my appointments and stuff on the Cut app.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sammy, all them, they were doing that for years. I'm like, I'm in my book like this.
Yeah, that's how
and I'm
know.
getting them from Facebook, text message, phone calls to the shop, you know, all, and then I'm double booking myself. I'm like, let me try this out. Man, life
makes everything
game changer,
don't it? Makes
game changer.
Convenient, bro. And that's crazy because that was like one of my biggest challenges. So, you know, when I was in prison, I was very studious. I loved to study. I used to study curriculum because I used to facilitate classes every day in there. So I was very studious. I always did research. I used to highlight, take notes. Like I used to love that shit. So when I came home, I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to be great at this, you know? Mm-hmm. So I signed up for college. As soon as I get out, all I wanted to do was just make all the right decisions. I wanted to be in the right places with the right people at the right time. And so I signed up for college, you know, thinking that it was going to be, you know, along the lines of what I like to do, you know? Total opposite. Everything was about technology. You had to do research. Every class I had, you had to have a report. You had to do homework. You had to do research. And I was like, holy shit. And everything had to be done on a laptop. And I'm like, dog, I don't even know how to use the phone, let alone a laptop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a hands-on person. I gotta learn with my hands, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them too. Like because everybody has different comprehension skills, and I'm like a hands-on learner. You know, that's the type of person that I am. Because even when I read, I got to read the shit three times,
4 times.
You know, so I can comprehend it fully.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah. You ever read books?
Not as many as I should, but
what kind of books did you read?
You know, I wouldn't say books. I'm magazines. Come on, dog. You know I ain't read that many books, dog.
I thought you read some westerns or something. He said I read GQ magazine and hell no, you was reading Playboy magazine.
No, I ain't read no Playboys, dog.
You don't have to read them. It ain't nothing but pictures in that motherfucker.
Not no more. They don't even show nothing no more. Ever since Hef died.
Oh man, they done sabotaged his business.
Yeah, I think his daughter took it over or some shit.
Man, that's crazy.
Nah, I don't read that much, bro.
Okay.
I watch a lot of them damn stupid ass Facebook videos.
Mm-hmm.
be at night trying to go to sleep. We watching videos.
Oh, them reels, yeah. My wife, she loves watching reels, looking at all them crazy shit, man. I'm like, damn, it's just crazy because it really is, like they say, the world is at the tip of your fingers.
It is.
And it's crazy because you can be anywhere in real time, you know what I mean? I could be talking to somebody in Cambodia right now, you know?
Imagine if this shit, like all this cameras and everything was around when we was young. Bro, we had to remember people's phone numbers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have got away with shit back in the day.
But the thing is, it ain't stopped shit. I'm looking at reels and videos. I see people, 100 people walking in Walmart and just walking out with shit. You look at the gas station, party store, you see people having a full-blown shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't care about no damn cameras. You know what I mean? Like, it's and that's wild because
they be on there boasting, talk about, yeah, I shot this motherfucker, or yeah, this and that, like, dog, and put it on YouTube and
then talking about somebody told on me. told on your damn self. You taking pictures with the gun you just killed 3 people with. You sound goofy than a mug, man. But that's the difference, though. You know what I'm saying? At least we had a little code of silence about ourselves.
But you be out.
But at the end of the day, man, that lifestyle altogether, it just you can only go so far in it, man. Yeah. You know, I tell, you know, because I go around the schools all over Detroit, even at Rouge at Sabbath. I speak to the kids and I just tell them, like, if you think about all the people who did it the biggest, did it the most, we talking about BMF, we can talk about
all of them.
Big Meat, you could talk about Chapo, you could talk about
the biggest to the little,
the biggest who had the biggest operations, countrywide, statewide, the most money than anybody.
Exactly.
What is it that you think that you're gonna do that they didn't do?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And all of them are either dead or in prison.
Yeah, there's only a couple of outcomes. Only a couple of
you
outcomes.
know, so it's like, you know what, man, I got to do something different. People need to have confidence in themselves, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro.
But it's just hard to dream big when you're surrounded by everything that's so small.
Negative.
Poverty, it keeps you suffocated. It keeps your mind thinking a small manner. You know what I mean?
You're too worried about paying this bill and that bill, and
you're just worried about survival. That's it. My whole life, bro, has been based on survival. And even now, you know, I'm sick of this shit, bro. I want to get out of this, you know, survival. You know what I'm saying? Check to check lifestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to level up with this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know when it's going to come or how it's going to come, but that shit got to come sooner than later.
Oh, it's going to come.
It just, you know, it gets frustrating, dog.
It does, dude. I mean,
when you want to do so many, you know, things, and then
a lot of people, they want everything now, but sometimes the best things come to those who wait.
Shit, I've been waiting a long damn time.
I know
you've
been waiting. But every day you work on something, dog. It's one step closer, one step closer.
I just realized that my whole life since childhood always been in survival mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything has been about survival from, you know, just growing up, from going to the youth home, from going to prison, everything, my mindset, the way I, you know, conducted myself, the things that I did, everything was based on survival. You know what I mean? And at the age that I'm at today and where I'm at in my life today, bro, like, you know, you got to fight for your peace. You got to choose peace every day, bro. And, you know, I want better for myself. I always tell God, the more I have, the more I have to give. You know what I'm saying? You got people who got plenty and they don't break bread with nobody, bro. They don't share shit, you know what I'm saying, with nobody. And to me, it's not even about me, you know what I'm saying? It's about me being able to put myself in a better position to be able to help others, you know?
That's good, man.
Yeah, but I'm building, bro. I'm building a network. You know what I'm saying? It gets frustrating, even sometimes discouraging, bro. You know? And but I'm just gonna keep on pushing, bro.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What are some of the challenges that you deal with being a business owner, you know, especially, you know, of a barbershop? Like, tell us, you know, about, you know, the ups and downs of the business. Because somebody will look at you like, oh, he owns a business. He's got plenty of money. He's rich. He's got this.
Yeah,
he's got that, you know.
Dude, I went almost 5 years before I even seen $1 back. You know what I mean? But it's just finding people that with the same like-minded that wants to work. Everyone says they want it, but they don't. Do you really want it?
I know, because that's my job. I help people get jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want a job. What, do you have a car? Do you have a license? Do you have
Are you going to show up? Are you going?
Yeah.
It should only take you 6 months to get all your clientele, you know, halfway decent. I got motherfuckers. I ain't make shit all day because you been bullshitting all day. You ain't never been around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I mean, don't cry woe's me if you ain't willing to go get it.
And like a lot of these people I see on the corners begging for money, like, you know, prior to me, you know, getting out of prison, like, you know, I've always been a giver, bro. That's just who I am. That's the essence and the nature of who Eladio is. I'm a giver. You know what I mean? But I came home and I'm seeing people on every fucking corner asking for money. Everybody got 2 hands, 2 feet, just like me. Shit, I seen guys with nice, clean clothes on and new shoes and boots. And I'm like, man, this shit done turned into a hustle, dog. This ain't even people who need nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is people just trying to scam. I done seen people with their whole family and shit. They build a whole scene. They got the dog, he's starving, and they out there. And they got the kids out there.
Ruby wants me to give money to all of them. Dog, I'm like, baby, no.
I know. I used to. I honestly was. And then one time, I went to the Family Dollar over there on Southfield and Ecorse, and there was a guy standing out there, and I was with my dog, and he was like, man, I know that dude, man. He buy dope off of me. I'm like, damn, for real? So as we're walking in the store, he seen dog. He's like, what up, dude? He's like, man, you know me. I'm out here hustling. I say, you son of a bitch. You'd have been hustling them up. I'd have gave you $2 too, and you over here hustling me. You'll never see a penny from me.
I got a guy. He'll come over. He'll come on, man. Let me get $5. I'll give you $5. Clean up my parking lot.
Yup. I agree. Clean the windows, sweep
Do
up
something.
the hair, do so, earn it. You know
Earn
what
it.
I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Shit.
Earn your keep.
And sometimes I give him $40 for doing it. He might be out there about 10 minutes, but at least you trying.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. That's dope.
But then he come back every day. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that's like feeding the cat milk, man. They always gonna come on back. So what's the future looking like for you, bro? What projects, what plans, what you got for yourself?
Future looks like I'm still gonna grind, cutting hair, but I'm trying to get my own motorcycle garage together. Hopefully in the next year or so.
So what do you want to do? You just gonna be a mechanic? You gonna fix bikes, or what do you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like accessories and shit like that. Man,
Okay.
I got a guy for everything on bikes, but I do a lot of it myself. But dude, I'm just trying to put my hands in a couple little things, man, and live my life, dude.
Yeah.
The shop hopefully will be there for another 10 years. I mean, and I hope one day they open up shops and everything else.
I've seen you try a few different things. I've seen that you had them glass cases where you were selling shoes and clothes for a minute.
Well, actually,
know.
I allow people to come into my shop and make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
dope.
I'm
That's
not.
dope.
If you want to make money, shit, I'm
seen
all with it.
Even shout out to my man Alante Mills. He got he be having the vending machines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he puts them in places. He's got snack machines, pop machines, shit like that. And you know that who would have thunk it? You know, my homeboy Antonio Segura, shout out to him. He made a business out of pallets. You know what I'm saying? He repairs pallets, fixes them, collects them. He'll give you $1 for a pallet. Go fix it up with 2 broken pallets and sell it for $3. You know what I'm saying?
If you brought 7 people together and you put them all like equals, you could be a millionaire in like so many years. But everyone knows someone, bro. If we all work together, shit, who knows what could happen? But we come from the hood. Everyone's against each other.
No doubt. Yeah, I already know that crab in a bucket theory. But I'll tell you what, people are doing a lot better now than they were then, bro. And people are very creative. Shout out to the DHDC. Like, they contribute so much to you know, just local business owners. Like, you know, everybody, local vendors. You know, every Friday they have events, the Fantasma Market, and they have all local vendors, local performers. I mean, it's just dope. It's for the community.
That's
Everything
dope.
is free. Like, you know, it just, you know, you can't beat it. And I love seeing everybody networking and just networking, putting an opportunity for my next guest who's going to sit down and come build with you, my man Bill Swift. He's going to be here in a minute and share a little bit about his story and the projects he's working on. But building bridges. Like they say, your network is determined by your net worth is determined by your network. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a people person, and that's why my show is called Real Everyday People, because everybody comes from somewhere. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody is capable of being, inspiring and motivational to somebody else.
Exactly. I'd rather build bridges than burn bridges.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But there's some bridges that you need to burn.
Oh, yeah. 100%. All them bridges are burned so far.
Hey, Mark, so let them know where they can find you at, man. How can they contact you? Give them the
call
address.
Come to the shop, 23754 4th Street. We right next to
Lincoln Park.
Right across the street from CVS on 4th Street, right next to the tobacco shop and to the tax place. Yeah, we're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 7. The shop's number is 313-433-6. Damn, I don't even know my shop's number, bro.
Do you got a website or anything they can go through? Do you guys got a Facebook page or Instagram page, or is it everything just Mark Fader?
No, Little man just did my damn thing to Classics Barbershop 2013. You can go on Facebook, or you can just hit me up on Facebook, Mark Fader. Yeah, but just come to the shop.
Yeah, hey man,
you can Google us,
yeah.
And we're usually the first one that pops up.
Okay, that's dope, man. And I appreciate you did such a good job cutting my little grandson's hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? He looks so handsome. He's about due for another one. But I just, I loved it because you were patient, you were experienced. You know what I'm saying? Like I see some people, they get frustrated with kids because kids don't always cooperate.
Yeah.
But you did your thing, bro. And I was like, man, this is dope. I came to the right person.
That's it.
Because I wanted to make sure that I took my grandson to the right person. You know what I mean? And I thought about you, and you took care of business, man. So thank you, bro. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate you sharing your story with everybody. And I'll definitely be to see you soon, bro.
I'll be there, brother.
Much love to you. Bill, it's all you.
Heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision. I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing. I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston.
Being patient for that brief little break. I hope you went and got you some snacks, a drink, or rolled one up, or whatever you had to do, But man, we got my man Bill Swift in the house, man. Bill, what's going on with you, brother? Man, welcome to the El Nino podcast. Happy to have you here. We met each other at the premiere of Undying Love.
Yes, sir.
And we did a brief little interview.
Yeah, we did our
shared your story. Did a great job. Had my man Brian Ruiz from Legal Aliens podcast create the reel. And man, it was just really a dope experience getting to know you. And look where we're at now. Now you're sitting here on front and center.
God puts us in places where we're supposed to be. And that's something I've believed in for a long time. Even if it's a place that drags us down a little bit, it's a place we're supposed to be because we have to learn something from it.
Ain't no doubt about it.
This is where we're at, and it's a good thing.
And I know sometimes it's hard for people to be able to see that when you're in the midst of suffering and you're in pain and loss and you're just asking God, why? And sometimes you don't even know the reason. It could be 2, 3, 5 years later, and then all of a sudden everything makes sense.
It makes sense. And this is what brings us to, and I'll bring this whole thing full circle because it's what brings us to the film that we're promoting, April 29th. MJR, Southgate, 6 p.m., red carpet, 7 o'clock's a movie, go on Eventbrite. But this film, Is It Real, does that very thing. We take our lead character, Jack, through his life and the things that he is going through, what he's doing. he's not at first he's not seeing it, and then he starts to realize what's going on. But by the time he realizes what's going on around him, it becomes too late. And then he finds himself in a place that, as we've said, he ends up in a place where questions are asked and answers can't be hidden, because it's going to determine his fate. So it's a fantastic film. We're going to take you through Jack's life and give you an opportunity to think about the things that we do in our lives and how they affect everyone around us. So it was real cool listening to you two cats, because a lot of those stories fall into the same category of what we're talking about.
We're pretty much into the same business, bro. Like I said, my job here is to document stories of people from urban communities and all walks of life, and to share their experiences, share their journey with people, because you never know who's going through the things you have been through. And you could be a guider, you could be guiding somebody, advising somebody who's in that same position right now and needed to hear what you had to say. In
a lot of cases, in most cases, if you step back and just be you and talk, you don't even realize that those people needed to hear it. Because when you do realize that they needed to hear it, that's when the preaching starts coming out. So you just step back and just start talking, just like you guys did. It was fantastic listening to you guys, because growing up in those neighborhoods, and I grew up in Southwest Detroit, Hubbard and Porter and Vinewood and West Grand Boulevard, Junction and Livernois and all these places, and dragging yourself through them streets that, like you guys were talking about. I take my kids on there and they're like, we okay, Pop? And I'm like, nah, yeah. I used to ride my bike down through here. I used to run through that alley to get to the store quicker, and it's just the way it is. So
and then even seeing like the homeless communities now, like it's crazy, because I never seen it before. Like prior to me going to prison, like we didn't really have homeless people like that. And when I came home, they were like everywhere. Like it was just communities of homeless people. A couple months ago, I went to East LA. I had to go out there for a funeral for my stepmother. May she rest in peace, her and my father. But I went out there and I mean, bro, they had like blocks and communities of nothing but homeless people living in tents, living out of their own vehicles. And I mean, like, it was just a normal life, a normal day for them. And it was just sad to see, like, how does it come to that? How do we reach that point as a country, as a nation? But not only that, as an individual, as a person, how do you let yourself get to that point? Like, I know a lot of people who have shared their stories up here that were homeless at one point, and I know sometimes it's just that bad. And sometimes I guess some things are just out of your control.
A lot of things happen. I'm gonna keep doubling back to this because it's fun that we're talking about this. Same thing with this movie. When you start to see Jack's life spiral, you see his life spiral, but Jack doesn't. And his life starts to spiral out of control. I wrote another screenplay that I want to turn into a trilogy that deals with homeless veterans.
Okay.
As a veteran myself, it hits close to my heart. But you learn also in that film that being homeless, doesn't mean you're a bad person. Life takes a hold of you and drags you through a certain point. And by the time you get to that point, getting out of that is that much more difficult because, if you're homeless and you want to get out of it, you don't have an address, you don't have a car, you don't have a license, you don't have anything anyway.
And mental illness also plays a factor.
And you pull that on top of it. So when you go, you're like, all right, I'm going to dig out of this. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm going to go get a job. Okay, on your application, what's your address? Damn. The third tree in the park on the west side. It don't quite work. Yeah. So that's a lot of what that film starts to work around. But it's folks like yourself and like my man over here that have these stories, that have this experience, that have these things inside of them that can sit in these places. can talk in the barbershop. You know, they say the barbershop and the barber and the bartender are the two biggest people outside of a priest that people confess to.
Yeah, absolutely.
They tell their stories too. They tell their issues and their problems. And they sit there and talk about it. And the cool thing with what I do now is all these experiences and all these things that I hear, I see, I've gone through, I've done. Now I get to write them, and I get to tell stories about them. And as we did with this movie, Is It Real? I'm going to do this real quick. Eventbrite, look up Is It Real? Our premiere is April 29th, this coming Saturday, MJR Southgate. Just check us out. Look us up. Myself, Bill Swift, or Carrie Swift. Check us out on social media, and then we'll hook up. The movie's beautiful. We're gonna send you through to a place that no one on this planet has ever lived to tell about. But at the same time, you're gonna get a certain kind of feeling for it, because it tells a story, and it tells a wonderful story that touches your heart, touches your soul. You're going to get your action, your grit, your dirt, your all the stuff that people crave in a film, and then we're gonna bring you to another place and give you some heartfelt feeling.
So is it going to have like documentary feels?
No, not at all. This is more so where, like I said, we take Jack through his life. So Jack finds himself in a place, and he, as his guide is taking him through this, we go back to certain spots in his life. And then he comes back, and they have a discussion over things. And
so
is
this a real person and a real story?
It's probably a whole bunch of people's story.
Wow.
But it wasn't written from that. There is a portion in this film that I actually wrote from my life. So there's one small spot, and I've never written my life. I've never written, the things that have happened to me. I haven't done it yet, I should say. I don't ever write myself into a film, even though I played in this one. I had a part. But I did write a part of my life into this, because it fits so intricately into his life. Okay. And in that, you realize, as kids, and the things we do as kids, and how, like, when mom and dad have to hem you up, they feel a certain kind of way afterwards about that. Mm-hmm. As parents, we snatch our kid up and say, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing? Yeah. Every once in a while, like when they're young, little swat. Mm-hmm. When they get a little bit bigger, I might have to back you up against the wall a little bit, just to get you to understand when you start to feel like you're getting big for yourself.
Yeah, because the students always challenge the masters. It's like the son wants to challenge his father.
But we all know, after we do that moment we spend in the bathroom, in the shower, in the bedroom before we go to bed, that feeling that we get, like, damn, I really wish it didn't have to go sideways like that. And that's that kind of thing. So it will gives everyone the opportunity to understand, even as a small child, even as we grow up, and then as we're adults, the things that we do, how they have an effect on everyone around us.
Absolutely. So it's always about the impact.
Yeah.
And that's something that I always talk to the youth about.
Yep.
Is being aware and mindful of their decisions and the impact. I always teach them about empathy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And being critical thinkers and being effective communicators, and how to deal, with anger management and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're really like multi-talented in this business. You're an actor, you're a writer. Do you direct as well?
I wrote and directed this film.
Okay. What other movies have you acted in? I know you said about Dirty D that you had acted.
Yeah.
How many movies you say you played in?
I think I have 9 films that's on Tubi right now.
Okay. Check them out on Tubi.
Yeah. Look, Asbury Park, The Dirty D, These Men for Everybody, Perfect Justice. I'm gonna start hearing names. Ultimate Betrayal. He played me. A Good Man. So yeah.
Dang. And what kind of roles do you play in all these movies?
In a good number of what you see out there now, I play a cop, but not all of them. A Good Man, I play an Irish real estate broker. In Predators, I play a New York mobster, gangster. And I've played a cop a bunch of times. So like in the Dirty D, it's a very popular series. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I
have to see it. I can't believe I haven't seen it. I gotta see it.
I play a police captain, and
how easy or hard is that role for? I know you have a military background, so you know
the captain. And the cool thing is, it's kind of funny. The cool thing is that like all my cast members, all my fellow cast members, everyone that I go by, they don't even call me Bill anymore. They just call me Captain. Okay. It's just Cap. Hey, Captain. So, but the captain's a great role, and I love his character because he's not hard for me to play. I've done some roles like Perfect Justice. I played a dirty racist cop, and that was hard for me to do because it's just so outside of my personality, who I am. There's another movie that we're actually going to go watch the premiere on Thursday, Black Straits Blues. I heard about that too. I played a racist gun dealer, and that role was tough. And then they made it even tougher when we were on set because they added some things on set. So
okay, yeah, because I remember during our interview at the premiere of Undying Love, you mentioned about your weapons being used in these movies and stuff.
Yeah,
like
so that's another thing that I do is I'm an on-set armor. I've worked as an on-set armor for a number of films. My wife Carrie and I, we opened up our own business, our own LLC. We have a number of prop weapons that we rent out along with myself as an armor to make sure that these films, when they're running around with guns and stuff like that, that everything is safe, everything's done properly.
Because we had talked about safety precautions and. Just the death of, was it Brandon Lee and others who have passed away
just recently, Helena Hutchins, and what happened with that. So we make sure that everything is controlled. We keep it in a controlled environment. We make sure that nothing goes sideways, because the filming industry here is so young, and the people that are acting are so young in their career, if not young people. They're just not used to having that element in front of them. So it almost turns into a fallacy or a toy. And we have to let them understand this is a weapon, and this weapon can hurt you. So and everything we have is real weight, real action, real, so it's not like it's some squirt
like
gun.
Toy, like some Mickey Mouse shit.
So those are a number of the things that we do.
What roles would you like to play? Like if you could play a role, what is a role that you want to play?
I'd love to play in like a comedic role. For one, I haven't done that yet. I'd love to play.
Because I heard that Dominic Ovando and Diesel were working on a comedy karate movie.
Yep. Yeah, I just actually did a audition with them. Okay. Because I'm also, on top of a number of other things, I'm a second-degree black belt in Tung Soo Do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
For real?
So,
You could be the Chuck Norris.
But another role I'd love to play is like, almost like that good guy hitman kind of deal. Someone who, I'm going to go in and I might have to take some people out, but it's for the better cause. I don't mind I played a bad guy. I played a bad guy in a number of films, and I don't mind it. They don't bother me. They're fun to do. But I love to try to look for the good role, something that has a positive outcome to it. That's why one of the things I love about the captain in the Dirty D is that he's just a solid, good dude. His police officers around him aren't always so good, but he is. And that's one of the things we love about our film is that in the end of it is for as much of bad things as Jack was doing through the film, he was always a good guy because he loved his family, he loved his wife, he loved his daughter. He always wants the best for them, but he just always ended up with that thing in the way. And you were talking about it earlier, being on that fence. Yeah. Walking that fence, and he's still, that one foot kept slipping off to that one side. Yeah. As much as he wanted to be with his daughter, and you'll see there's scenes in there where you can feel his own anguish over what he's doing to him, what he's doing.
I went there. I've been through that shit, bro. I know what it feels like, bro.
Yeah.
Shame.
Watching, his wife and his daughter going off and playing because he's busy doing something else. He's got his mind elsewhere. So, is that a shut up over there? No, but it's that kind of thing. So come on out and check us out on Saturday, because I promise you, when you walk away, this film, you watch a lot of independent films, and especially films from here in Detroit. This one hits different. And it has a different feel to it. It's going to take you to a different place, and it's going to give you a feeling. I told a bunch of people, when you buy tickets, as soon as you pay for the ticket, turn around and grab one of those little small packs of tissue, because you're going to need that one too.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
Yeah, sometimes people need a good cry. You know
they do.
And me and Brian Ruiz from Legal Aliens podcast, we're gonna be there at the premiere, at the red carpet. We'll be doing interviews with all the actors in the movie. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate you. Shout out to Dominic Ovando. Shout out to Diesel and everybody. Sunnyville. I appreciate you guys. They're the ones that invited me to the premiere for Undying Love, and that's how we met. And here we are now. I'm doing your premiere.
Right.
And
this is how these connections work. And the cool thing is that, like, if you guys know independent films and films here, we'll go watch Tubi and watch these things. Our cast is so dynamic. Jimmy Chappelli, Tiffany Scott, Tiffany Trill. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. Allison Smith and James, that guy. They're just we can go on and on. Aaron and Michael and all these guys that have been in films locally. It's such a beautiful cast. It's so dynamic, eclectic, well-rounded, and everyone hit their spots. And then you get to see this ugly bald head in a couple of scenes. So, and then at the premiere, folks are going to be there, like Lisa Brown and her crew. They're coming because they love to support people that support them and work with them. So they're going to be there, and those are great dynamic filmmakers in the city. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to bring Hollywood to the Southgate area.
I love it.
With the interviews that's going to be going on, there's going to be two of you guys, the photographers, the giant banner that people are going to be taking pictures in front of, and then we go and watch this film, and it's a wonderful thing.
We're really looking forward to it, man. Thank you for the invite. I support you. You always have a place. We'll book a date later on in the summer, get you on here.
Let's do it.
You can share the rest of your story. Maybe include your wife with you. You know what I mean? But, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my brother Zoe at LA Landscaping. He'll take care of you. Google it, LA Landscape. He's a professional. He does a great job. He'll come. He'll take care of you. He does residential. He does commercial. Whatever you need, he'll come and he'll get it done. Shout out to Family for Life Promotions and everybody else, man, who support me and subscribe and just show me love. Thank you. I appreciate you. Everybody have a safe week, and I'll see you guys next Monday.